All right. Hello again, YouTube. Another security video today, another simple one that's probably goes without saying. I think the standard bike lock, the kind we all know and love and grew up with, this sort of barrel type lock, is probably the first lock most of us ever bypassed or kind of hacked our way through as kids. But just for the sake of showing it to everybody and getting it out there, I thought I'd show it to you guys. This is the simplest lock to get past, or one of the simplest. I showed a video before on luggage locks and how basically you can just look down in the slots to see what position to put the pins in. This one doesn't even require that. Like these type of locks have been around forever. They're still in use, and I mean they're laughably easy to get past. You could probably do this blindfolded with a little bit of practice. Again, like most types of lock picking or lock bypassing, whatever you're doing, you're usually playing on a poor tolerance in the manufacturing process. This is no different. Is if you can see here, I'll hold it up so I can get my camera to focus. When you pull on this, do you see how the individual, like, I don't know, tumblers or the individual rings with the numbers on them kind of cant to the side? That's the tolerance that we're going to be playing with here. So the way that these normally work, each one of these rings has basically a gap in it. This piece has a pin going in it with teeth going up. These gaps have to line up with those spots on the teeth, and then this can come free. But because these have such a high mechanical tolerance in them, you end up with a really easily picked lock. So I'll kind of show you the process here. What we're going to do is we're just going to take the first pin being the one to the far left, and we're going to turn once, and we're going to look for this, kind of like a wiggle in the lock. And it becomes pretty apparent when you do it. The first one is usually the hardest, but you can kind of see, like, and you're going to be pulling out. You're going to be adding tension to the left and right with the outer part of the lock here, and you're looking for this wiggle. Do you see that? You see how much that wiggles versus like the 3 here, which gets like no wiggle. The 2 gets a ton of wiggle. That's because this one is got the gap up and it's being able to bypass the teeth on this piece on the right. It's that simple. We're just going to do that for the rest of the pins. You can see these ones are very, very tight. These get no wiggle. This one gets a load of wiggle. So we're going to turn this one, try and wiggle it, try and wiggle it, try and wiggle it, try and wiggle it, and oh, look at that. Look at all this giant gap here between the 5 and the 1. We can just move that all day long. We'll try the next one. Again, this one's really tight. We're gonna move it. Nothing. 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 Oh, okay. So apparently the code on this one is 2551. I didn't have to move the 1 because it was already in its correct position, and we just happened to hit the 5 here. So again, that easy. I mean, the amount of play in these locks is so high that, again, I'd be willing to bet that with a little bit of practice, you could do this blind. And we already know what the code is, so, but I mean, look at and I'm pushing to the left on the top of the 1 tumbler here and getting almost no play. Actually, very, very, very little play. On the 2, look at that. Huge. Let's see if we can get that close. Big old gap. And again, we already know it's the 5 in this case, so we're going to go straight over here. And again, look at this big giant gap. I mean, it's plain as day that that is loose. And again, we know on this case that it's the 5, and then the 1 happens to already be in the right position just because the 4th digit happens to be 1. So real quick tip, real quick security video. Don't trust these locks. They're ridiculously easy to bypass. Have a good one, YouTube.